Welcome to my studio here in New York City. I am Daniel Norton for PPA here with Katie. And today we're going to talk about a hair light, a separation light, a cutter, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about how to separate somebody from the background using a secondary light source. It's interesting because I think a lot of people, when they start shooting in the studio, they're so focused on the key light, your main light to light the face, or even the background light, but they wonder why their pictures lack dimension. Well, a hair light, the whole purpose of the hair light or separation light is to do that. In fact, if you look and start really paying attention to TV, to cinema, you see that oftentimes there's some kind of separation light on the subject because they want to give that three-dimensional feel. So I could have named this video, Make Your Picture Cinematic, because that's certainly a good keyword, right? Maybe we should have done that. But anyways, let's talk about a hair light. So let me just have a baseline exposure here with the key light, and then we'll go from there. So I've got a 3-foot octa here. We're going to shoot vertically. This is a pro photo. This is in my C group, so I'm going to turn everything off but that light. I have it in TTL, and we're just going to make an exposure. Good. Just a baseline. All right, there we go, right? Nice and simple. And we can see that even with just the one light, you know, it looks beautiful on her face, but the background is being lit, right? But you can see it's still a little bit on the flat side, right? Katie's not popping off the page. So what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of light from the back. And now the secret to this is really the secret to anything that has a reflection. Hair has oils in it. Oil is reflective. The specular highlight, which is the bright part, is a reflection of the light source. So like I said in the opener, if you have a little tiny light or a grid or something, you're getting this pop of shine on one spot, but you're not going to get that beautiful separation. What we want to actually use as our separation light is something relatively large. And because we want to control it so it doesn't go everywhere, I often opt for a strip box. So here I have, I have one here. Here I have a ProPhoto 1-foot by 3-foot strip box. This is, I think, a good option for hair light because if we look at it relative to our shot, we're going to basically cover all the area of the side of her that is going to be in the shot. Now I'm going to place this behind her. Another thing I see people do that is a little bit off is that they'll take it and they'll point it at the back of the subject. Now, if I point my light at the back of her, that's not in the picture, right? I'm photographing the front of her. So what I actually want to do is separate her from the background. In order to do that, I'm going to take my light here and it's basically going to act as, and some people call them this, a rim light. Usually you hear that in product photography, but we'll use it here too. So I'm going to turn the modeling light on so you guys can see. And we move it in and out. And basically, depending on what you're going to do, you could go, if you have enough space, you could basically go directly forward. But I'm in a kind of a small space. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit towards her, but not too much. Because what I'm really trying to do is get the light to come here, right? And you can even put your hand there to see, right? So it's hitting here. That's perfect. We'll start here and we'll see where we go. So again, this is in, let's see. I'm using TTL here. That right there is in my A group. Got to write bigger letters on there. And turn that on. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do one light at a time so you guys can see. So I'm going to turn the C, I'm going to hit TTL. So I'm going to go to manual, I should say. I'm going to turn the C light off. Then I'm going to go to my A light and I'm going to go to TTL. What that effectively did was it locked in my exposure on this light. All right, so now we're going to take a similar picture, but with just the hair light. And this is going to be whatever it is because we're in TTL. It's going to decide what it wants. This is not terrible. I think it might be a smidge bright, but we'll start there. Okay, but you can see where it falls anyways. You get the idea, right? We're getting this separation. So I'm going to, again, switch to manual. So lock that in. I'm going to take my C light and turn it on. And then we're going to take a shot of the combined lights. One thing that's important with any of this is that we want to know what it looks like when they're together, right? This is really the key. The key. So we see nice even. We see a little bit of light on her face. And because we're using a nice soft source, if it touches her face, that's okay because it doesn't look bad. We can see the separation in her hair is nice here. We can even see it on the black garment, right? Because we're getting the reflection from her hair. We can look here so you guys can see what it looked like before, right? See the difference? Now, if we have her turn her face, can you turn your face a little more towards that light? There you go. So it's closer to that first shot. We won't get any light on her face, so we can get a kind of a closer match to that shot. We can see here that, again, the hair light is doing its job, popping her off the background, right? Again, see the difference there, right? See how she's popping a bit. Now, I'm a little bit hotter here on the exposure as well. Some light's bouncing around, so the background's a little bit brighter, but it's not affecting it, right? If the background was not getting any light on it, then the background would be darker, which probably would look even better. But, you know, again, small space, we're not going to worry about it. But if we really want to amp this up, actually, I don't think you're ready for that yet. They're not ready for it, are they? Let's shoot a couple like this first. You guys can contemplate if you're ready for it. Let me know in the comments below if you're ready for it. Not that this is live and I can see it, but I'll pretend like I'll look at them. I'm a pretty good actor. Good, nice. So what I want to do here, like that looks wonderful, is I want to actually test a little bit with bringing the light around. Then we're going to try a couple different fun things. So first of all, remember when the light hit her on the side of the face, it didn't look bad? What if we really want to amplify that and bring that up? Now I said before, you don't want to just point the light directly at the back of her because we won't see it. But if we bring our light around over here, we can actually light part of her. So I'm going to have you look off towards the octa. Yep. I'm going to go like that. And what we're going to do here is we're kind of, it's not really a fill light, it's kind of a secondary key, if you want to call it that. Do we really need to define things in life? People like to be defined. But we're basically going to hit the side of our face a little more dramatic, bring your chin up, like that. I'm actually going to raise myself up a little bit. Good, like that, a little more this way. This can be really kind of glamorous. Oh no, ruined. The whole shoot has been ruined now. Forget it, cancel. All right, I suppose I can waste some digits by shooting another one. All right, so this is really a little bit more dramatic now, right? Because we can see a little more light on her face. And honestly, the balance of it is pretty even, so we're not overly doing it. This is the kind of way I might light her if I was, and we'll take another shot, is if maybe I was going to shoot in black and white, right? So if we were over, I'm in capture one, by the way, if I didn't say that already. If we go down to our black and white, not going to spend a long time on this. Seth's not going to like it, because Seth wants me to spend a long time on the black and white, but I don't have a lot of time for that. You know, I'm going to use it. I would just use an automatic, I'll do it quite quickly. All right, so basically, I'm just going to tweak this a tiny bit so it looks a little bit better. This is the kind of light that you could use for kind of a dramatic effect without going too crazy with it, right? So if I come over here, and I'm just making some quick adjustments to capture one, you can see what I'm doing. See how I'm kind of bringing that in.